Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda, Shabby Chic 777, and today I am coming at you with a tutorial on how to make the cute little wooden picket fence that you saw on a couple of my last videos. So I'm going to get my sign out of the way so we can get started. I'm going to move in my craft mat. It's not a pretty craft mat, but it's what I do all my cutting and everything on. So I'm going to move it in. It's just a little small one, little portable one. Now, I have done a little investigation ahead of time. I have seen these wooden fences at Joann's, of course, because this is where I got the idea to make my own. And they are, I checked online because I couldn't remember how long they were. They are 18 inches in length, and I do remember that they were $4.99 without a coupon. Okay, and I think the little wooden slats on the fences might be a little bit skinnier, but that doesn't matter to me. So, $4.99, 18-inch length fence, all right? So what I did, as I looked at it, I thought I could make my own. And I did, and I can make it for cheaper, and I did. So let's save some money. Now, if you don't have any supplies on hand, here's the thing. I bought these little bag of popsicle sticks at Joann's. They're the cute little short ones, these cute little short ones. And these ran me, I think it was like $2.49, $2.59, something like that, okay? So let's say for the sake of, you know, just being generous, $3 for a bag of popsicle sticks. If you don't have any wire on hand, what you will need, I like to use, I'll bring it up close, this 26 gauge wire because it's a little bit thinner, a little bit easier to work with. And I believe I paid somewhere around $2 for the wire. So, in all generosity, for wire and popsicle sticks, $5, okay? And I figured it out. I could make probably 5. I know 4 for sure, but I think I can make 5 fences for the cost of $5 versus if you bought 5 pre-made fences at Joann's without a coupon would cost you $25. So there you have it. I just saved you a ton of money that you can now use on your car insurance. I know, right? Okay, so as you saw, popsicle sticks, I got the little short ones. Now, if you don't want to run out and buy anything and you already have wire on hand, like I said, and popsicle sticks on hand, 26 gauge wire. If you have a little bit thicker wire, that would be great. I'd maybe go down maybe one size. I think I started with like a 22 gauge wire and it was way too thick. I couldn't, as I twisted it, get it really close enough to the popsicle sticks. So I started with the 26 gauge wire because I thought, oh, it'll be cute with a thicker wire in between, but you just can't get the right twist out of it and get the right closeness between the wire and the little popsicle sticks that you need. So 26 gauge wire. Little popsicle sticks. If you don't have little popsicle sticks on hand and you have the larger popsicle sticks, obviously you could just cut these larger popsicle sticks in half. Not a big deal. And then if you have access to these, which I do because I work in a dental office, these we use to mix like cements and stuff like that, or you've seen them in the doctor's office. They're known as tongue depressors. And I know you can buy them in the store. I've seen them. If you want like a wider picket fence, you know, there's that option too. But anyway, what else you will need besides the wire and the popsicle sticks is, of course, some sandpaper. And then you either need 2 ways to cut your wire. If you have wire cutters, that would be great. Wire cutters is all you will need. If you don't have wire cutters and you have a craft knife, I know this is like heavy duty, right? I'm going to get some stuff done here. Okay, a craft knife, and then just a pair of pliers, any kind of pliers, flat nose pliers, needle nose pliers, whatever you got, pair of pliers. So let's start with the wire cutters, a way to cut your popsicle sticks. What we want is a point at the top and a flat at the bottom. So what you'll do is you'll come in on one side, I'll bring this up a little closer, and you'll kind of make a diagonal cut, press nice and firmly to get that initial crease in your popsicle stick, and then just jimmy it back and forth. Sorry if your name's Jimmy. Jimmy it back and forth to get your cut. And I know it's all shabby right now. Don't worry, we'll fix that. Okay, and then you're going to go to the other side. You're going to do the same thing again on a diagonal to make a point. Make a nice firm pressure to make your crease, and then jimmy it back and forth to make your point. Okay? Let me cut that little tip left on there. So we have a little point. I don't care at all that it's, you know, longer on one side, shorter on the other, because that makes for the shabbiness of the project. And then we want to make our flat cut at the bottom. So again, same firm pressure. and then jimmy it back and forth to get our little flat tip at the bottom. Flat tip? That doesn't make any sense. Get our little flat edge at the bottom. Okay, if you don't have wire cutters, which you're kind of going to need to cut the wire. Well, this 26 gauge wire is pretty thin. You could cut it with a pair of like old scissors or something. I wouldn't use your good scissors, but you could cut it with old scissors if you don't have wire cutters. So real close. So craft knife. Get it in view here. Basically, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a nice firm diagonal cut with your craft knife. Okay, and then you're going to come in with your little pliers right next to that cut and jimmy it off. Okay? How about shimmy it off so anyone named Jimmy won't get upset? And shimmy it off, okay? And then we're going to come back down. We're going to make another little diagonal cut. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and make the straight cut at the bottom of our little fence slat there. Okay, and then you're going to come in with your wires. Oh my gosh, how come when I get to a video I can never talk right? You're going to come in with your pliers and we're going to shimmy off that little excess piece there. Okay, and we're going to come in on this side. All right, now we've got our little cute fence post. I'm going to bring it back out here. Okay, and then what we want to do, obviously, is we want to smooth up all those little rough edges. So hence comes the sandpaper. So it doesn't take much, just a little bit of sanding. That was it. See, it doesn't take much because these popsicle sticks are fairly soft wood, so it doesn't take a lot. See, those are already nice and smooth. Just get off all those little excess rough edges. Okay. So you just do that to all your pieces, however many you want to use. For my little album that I just did, and it was about an 8 inches in length on the album, I think I used like 10 popsicle sticks, you know, because I wanted to leave a little bit of room at the edge for like flowers and stuff like that. But anyway, as many popsicle sticks for the length of the fence that you want. So let me grab, I've got some other ones here I've just kind of pre-done for the sake of the video. Okay, so we'll just use 4, got 4 little popsicle sticks. And then I have pre-cut some wire. The wire length doesn't matter. Just make them, you know, pretty long because you want room for twisting. And what you're going to need is 4 pre-cut wires. If you're doing a long fence, you're going to want a pretty long piece. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start out with, let me bring this up. I have glue on my fingers, sorry. We're going to start out with, and we're just going to make a little twist in the end of the wire. Actually, I'm going to go this long way and twist. It's going to be easier. A little twist around your wire, okay? So as you can see, we have a little, on camera view, you can see a little twisted edge. I'm going to do that to the other piece here, the other 2 pieces. So like I said, you've got 4 pieces of wire. We want to just twist and end together. Okay, again, little twist. And then we're going to start adding in our popsicle sticks. Okay, so what you're going to do is come up right to the edge of that little twist that you just made when you started out your wire. See, I'm right up to the edge of it. There we go, get a little focus here. And then I'm just going to, I want to hold my fingers as close to the popsicle stick I can so that my wire, as I start to twist, will twist right close up to that popsicle stick. Okay, right close up to it. And I make it about a 1/4 inch between the sticks. Okay, then I'm going to come in with my other little wire. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add my top other, I'll show you what, because I want to show you something you can do with this wire. I'm going to go back to and add another popsicle stick. Okay, and then, like I said, right close to the popsicle stick and start twisting the wire. About a 1/4 inch in between. And don't worry if it's all crooked because, you know, it's wire. We can bend it and twist it any way we want. I'm going to add another little stick. Your wire will start kind of twisting on the edge and start getting kind of tangled up a little bit. That's to be expected. And twist. Okay, and we'll just add one more. We're going to make a cute little 4 slat wooden picket fence. I don't know what I can use a little 4 slat wooden picket fence on, but we've got one. And just in case, I'm going to cut off this little excess wire here. One there, one there, and then I'm just going to kind of twist up the rest of the edges. Okay, so as you can see, these all move. No big deal. We'll fix it. We'll stabilize everything. Now I'm going to come down and start on the bottom half of my slat. I guess I should say the bottom quarter. Okay, same thing. Now, since I see how I'm holding all these and they're all in the way, just bend it. That's kind of what I wanted to show you. Just bend it down. So now you have one popsicle stick exposed. Well, I didn't get my wire twisted good enough. How come everything always happens on video? I can sit and make these things all day, not a problem. I get on camera and I've done this video like 3 times already. Well, only because I didn't like how I said something or something stupid came out or I jumbled all my words or whatever. Now, as you're working, as like I said, these are not secure, so popsicle sticks may fall out and everything until we get it secure. Just pop them back in, no big deal. All right, back to the popsicle stick. I am now secure on the end. Same thing. We are now going to twist as close to the popsicle stick as we can get it. I really don't talk like this in real life. I've watched some of my other videos because I like, not because I think my videos are so great I got to rewatch them, but I watch them to see how I'm sounding and if I'm repeating words over and over, what I can improve on when I do my videos and tutorials and such. So, and I noticed I jumble my words a lot, but in real life I talk pretty clear. I think it's because, and this is what I figured out, I think it's because when I'm doing the video, I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing at the moment, and at the same time, I'm trying to think like 5 steps ahead of what I need to tell you and not forget anything so my words come out all jumbled. So there it is. There's my excuse. All right, so as you can see, we're still twisting. We've got one more, see, a popsicle stick fell out, no big deal. We've got one more slat to go here. All right, we're going to put back in the other popsicle stick. Okay, and then we're going to twist that last piece of wire around. Get right in there, right up close, and twist. My cuticles don't look so good on this video, huh? Well, because I work in a dental office, I have to wash my hands 100 million times a day before patients, after patients, and yada, yada, yada. So my cuticles are always dry and always a mess, so there you have it. And that's why I don't have pretty long fingernails, because can't really work with them at work. All right, so there you have it, a little history of my nails. All right, so I'm going to clip off the excess. Okay, now there's our little cute fence. We can make it and we can twist it and move it around and make sure these are all, you know, the same, you know, straight across or however you want it. Now remember, like I've been saying, it's really loose. So what I'll do is on the back side, we just simply want to glue those wires in place. So hot glue, liquid glue, doesn't matter what type of glue. So I'm going to bring in my well-used glue gun. It's gross looking. Isn't that horrible? I clean it off every now and then, but I can't hold it straight. There we go. But then it gets all gunked up again for some reason. I don't understand it. So hot glue, hold our little wires in place. Get them on there. Let them dry for a minute because I hot glue it and then the stick moves and then it's not on the wire. So that doesn't do us any good. Hot glue. Moving on to the next little guy. I want to move that up a bit. Hot glue. Just a little dollop. Dollop of Daisy. We all know that commercial, right? I sing much better than that, truly. Okay, so there's that, hot glued. And then I like to come down to the bottom slat as well, just because it really will keep it all nice and secure. And this one has got kind of the wires kind of tucked up, so I'm going to press it right up against that wooden slat there. Okay, there, we've got it all glued, secured in the back. Glue gobs off the end of my fingers, glue strings off our project, and now we have a cute little wooden picket fence. I'm going to move these up a little bit. There, isn't that cute? Now, I, as you noticed, did not paint anything ahead of time because I want it to look really shabby chic. Okay, and you can tell none of this is all straight. My fences are up, down, whatever. I don't care. That's the shabby chicness of it all. So what I'm going to do is I like to paint it afterwards. So I've got some paint. This is my favorite paint. We all have some favorite paint colors. This is from Delta, and it's the Oyster White paint. It's really nice off-white, not cream, not ivory, not yellowy. It's just a nice off-white color, because some of those other colors, you know, they're nice, but they have a little bit of a yellow tint to them, and I like this because it really is just an off-white. Like that vintage white we all get, it's still a little bit yellow for me. So oyster white, that's what I like to get. So I've got my little oyster white, I've got a little foam paintbrush, and I'm just going to come along and I am going to just paint the fence over the wire and everything, just right over it. Okay? Right over it, gives a little shabby chicness to the project. Get some more paint on my brush, come right over it. Right over the wire. Get right in that. I like to gunk it up around the wire, doesn't matter if it gets all spotty or, you know, textured looking or whatever, because that's how the Shabby Chic cute looks. Okay? And now I have it painted, as you can see, over my wire. Now, oh, look at those cute glue strings. Now, as it dries, or once it's dried, what I do is I just snip off a little bit more of this wire, and then I basically just take it and I just tuck it to the back to hide all those rough edges. Tuck it and twist it to the back. I don't mind if a little bit of it sticks out, that's fine, but that's how it's going to hide all those rough edges. Okay? And then I'll take like some texture, fiber paste, the spackle that I showed a video on, whatever, and I'll add texture to it to make it cute. You can apply some rub and buff over the texture to really make it stand out, and we've got a little picket fence. Now, if you're going to make this for a pocket on a page, okay, what you want to do is over the back of it, you want to apply a little piece of plastic transparency paper to cover up the wires. And what you'll do is you'll just add glue to the back of your slats, place the plastic piece of transparency paper over the back of that so that the wire doesn't scratch anything that you're putting in your pocket. So let me grab something here. In case you haven't seen it, this is what I use, transparency paper. This is just for inkjet printer. This is what I use to print a lot of my stuff on. Little piece of transparency pocket, and I'll basically just, there we go, just cut a little piece off that I need, the width of it, of the wire, and I will just glue it to the back of the little fence post, the little slats, so that, like I said, if you're using this as a pocket, none of your photos or tags or anything will get scratched, because you can barely see it behind it, see? And nothing will get scratched by the wire in the back. So that's the little secret I do to keep it nice and smooth on the back of your fence post. Okay, ladies and gents, I hope that this little tutorial on the picket fence was easy enough to understand. If you have any questions, just comment below. I'll get back to you. And thanks for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.